Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be the 38 best secrets of success. Well, today what I'm going to focus on with you is 38 different principles that you can live your life by, that I personally live by, that have helped me accomplish all the amazing things I've been able to accomplish in my own life. And so I'm going to go through them one by one to help keep you focused on the things that you want to do so you can create the kind of life and lifestyle that you've always wanted. But before I get into it, I have a quote that I wrote I want to share with you. And it says, being and becoming successful can be boiled down into a few dozen simple success principles. Successful people tend to take action while other people stew over excuses as to why they can't or don't think they can. Successful people are too busy taking action to achieve and create what they want to create in their lives than to let themselves get caught up in unresourceful thinking, acting, and feeling. Success is having the freedom to spend your life in your own way with the kind of people who you want to spend it with. The more your life is of your own design and choosing, the happier and freer you will feel to be yourself and be surrounded by the kind of people who cherish and celebrate you instead of merely tolerating you. So let's get into the first success principle. And these are going to kind of go in chronological order, some of these, that you're going to need to know the first one before you move on to step two. And obviously one of the most important things that you need to figure out, and number one that I'm going to go over, is you must know what it is that you want. You got to figure out what you really want to accomplish in life, what you want to become, how you want to live, where you want to live, the kind of house that you ultimately want to live in. Because if you got big dreams like I do and like most successful people have, you want things that aren't the type of thing where you can just go out and swipe a credit card and you have it. Usually it's going to take you many years and oftentimes many decades to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish. That's why you got to figure out what you're most passionate about and curious about and interested in, so you can move in that direction, because it's your enthusiasm that's going to cause you to look at careers or jobs or potentially starting businesses where you can take your passions and the things you really love in life and synthesize those into careers working for other people, or synthesize them into businesses that provide a product or a service that people need that solves a big problem. The bigger the problem is that you can solve, i.e. Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, any of the big companies, obviously the financial rewards are going to be that much bigger. So the second principle of success is that you must know and understand why you want it in the first place. Why do you want that big house? Why do you want that big expensive sports car? Why do you want that beautiful, amazing person as a lover or wife or husband in your life? You got to understand why you're choosing a certain career that you're choosing, or why you're choosing to go into a business. You got to have a compelling reason why you want it. Because if you just want something but you don't really understand why you want it, chances of you achieving it are slim to none. The third one is you must have a compelling vision, purpose, and mission for your life. Everybody has gifts and skills and talents that other people don't have. Like, I have a lot of gifts and skills and talents that you might not have, and you also have gifts, skills, and talents that I don't have. Everybody is unique. Some people are great musicians, some people are great builders, some people are great computer programmers, some people are great teachers, some people are great CEOs, other people are great entrepreneurs. And the list goes on and on and on. So it's figure out what you're passionate about and study at it and work at it and try to get better at it, so you ultimately can use your passion and your love to earn a living doing something you really love. Because if you're doing something you really love for a living, think about it. It's not going to be considered really work to you, because you're doing it's the type of thing you love so much and you're so passionate about it, you pretty much would do it for free. Like a lot of the first couple of years that I was involved in this business, I was definitely spending more money investing in this business than was coming back to me. But I had a passion for it, and I had a passion for helping people, and I knew that what I had to offer could really change people's lives. It was a matter of figuring out how to synthesize that into a successful business model to where I could actually help people deliver my message and I'll obviously also help myself so I could provide a living for myself. So number 4, create a life of your own design, not one that other people or society has scripted for you. It's important to know yourself and what it is you want and go and do and become what you want because it's compelling to you. It's emotionally compelling to you. Number 5, think for yourself. Don't ever put anybody else's opinion or wisdom or position of authority above your own, and that includes mine and anybody else that you look up to. Because if you happen to put your trust and your faith into somebody that's not really a good, honorable person, you open yourself up to get taken advantage of and screwed over. Remember, no one will ever do or say anything to you that you don't invite them to do. And I've learned in life that when I didn't pay attention to those things, I put myself in positions in business to get screwed over royally. It's like Ronald Reagan said, trust but verify. So if somebody says they're going to do something, trust that they're going to do it, but verify that they actually did it. You'll be surprised at how many people in this world are really unreliable and how precious it is to have at least a few people in your life who you can count on, who say what they mean and mean what they say, mean they actually follow through on the things they're going to do, not just commit to something today and then tomorrow just blow it off because they don't feel like doing it or something else or something changed their mind. Number 6, learn to use pain and pleasure as motivators. In other words, one of the things I learned from Tony Robbins 20-something years ago was that people will do more to avoid pain than they will do to gain pleasure. And so think about that. When you've got something that you feel like putting off, like you got chores to take care of, or you're going to be working on your business, or something along, you got to fix something on the house that you told your wife or your girlfriend that you were going to fix, you got to do that. You got to think in terms of what are the consequences if I don't take this action? What are the consequences if I choose not to go to the gym? What are the consequences if I choose to eat a bunch of fried, crappy food that I know is unhealthy for me, as opposed to eating a better quality meal that's going to make me feel better and look better? Think about it. Number 7, learn to use fear as a motivator instead of allowing yourself to be hijacked by it. Fear is the single biggest robber of people's dreams. When you become fearful and you become stuck in a fearful state, just like I said a moment ago, people will do more to avoid pain than they will do to gain pleasure. So if the perceived potential pain is stronger than the potential pleasurable reward, most of the time people will choose the less painful option, or moving away from the pain or moving away from what they fear happening as justification for not taking the action they know they need to take. That's what mediocre people do. They always find excuses. They find a way out instead of finding a way. Number 8, measure your results. In other words, if you're an entrepreneur and you have an idea that you've got this widget or this service that you want to offer people and you think it's great and everybody should want it, when you try advertising for it, or you build a website for it, or you package it up a certain way, or you run an advertising campaign for it, when you do something like that, when you take some kind of action, you're going to get some kind of results. And what all successful entrepreneurs and engineers and inventors do is they have an idea that they contemplate, and then they put that idea into action, whether it's spending money on an advertising campaign or whatever it happens to be. You're going to get results from taking that particular action. Just like going to the gym, you're going to get results, but those results come obviously slowly over time. And so the idea is to monitor and measure the results you're getting from the actions you're taking. Because you don't want to do something that's not working over and over and over again, hoping something's going to change. Obviously, the real profit center in any career or any business is being able to see value and opportunity in solving big problems for other people or employers that you work for. And the bigger the problem, the larger the financial reward. Obviously, if you set yourself up in a position to take advantage of it, potentially will be for you. So when you're measuring results, you want to notice what's working, and you want to also notice what's not working. So you can continue to do what's actually working, and then try a different approach for the things that aren't working. And that's the thing. It's just like my business that I have now. I mean, nothing that and when I spend $50,000 a month in television advertising, all the kind of advertising that I used to do that made that business really successful when I was in real estate, it doesn't work or apply in the business that I have now. I had to come up with a completely different marketing plan and a completely different business model than I was used to. It's like, in essence, I was starting all over again. But because I had a passion for it and I had a compelling vision and mission for my life, I kept changing my approach and trying new things until I eventually figured enough things out to where I could take more money out of my business than I was having to put into my business. And that's a lot of fun when you have something that's just an idea and then one day it's paying all of your bills. It's fucking magical. But you got to be willing to do the things that are necessary and take the action that you know you need to take in order to get there. Number 9, adapt your approach and try something else after analyzing the results that you're getting. Number 10, you must become okay with failure. As an entrepreneur, you have to realize and accept that most of your ideas as an entrepreneur, they're not going to work. And you have to become okay with that. Because that's what makes an entrepreneur, is they're willing to tinker with something for fucking years and sometimes decades before they finally figure it out. And there's an old saying, it took me 10 years to become an overnight success. So it's like by the time everybody hears about you, it's like people look at that and go, oh, well, he was just born successful. Oh, he just got fucking lucky. Nobody wants to look at all the hard work and the thousands and thousands of hours and days, weeks, months, and years and decades that they put into becoming the person they needed to be so they could offer the incredible value that they offer. Number 11, try to get a little better each day. That's it. Do your very best. And at the end of the night, if you can go to bed saying, you know what, I gave my best fucking shot, I gave my best effort, and I can feel good about that. Tomorrow's another day. Even if I wasn't as great today as I could be, tomorrow's a brand new day. I have a total clean slate. Number 12, big goals are easily accomplished by breaking them down into smaller goals that can be accomplished daily. Long-term, small efforts equal big-time goal achievement and successes. The average person, when they have a big goal or a big dream, and they look at it and they go, oh my God, it's going to take me 10 years. Oh, it's going to take 20 years. Oh my God, it's a lot of work. They become overwhelmed with that and they just go, oh, it's probably never going to work out. And so, because people do more to avoid pain than they'll do to gain pleasure, they just give up on it, or they walk away, or they take some career or some kind of business on that they're really not crazy about, but it's kind of easy. There's not a lot of risk in it. But they're never really going to be satisfied because in the back of their mind, they're always going to be wondering what if. And then when those people get on their deathbeds, they're thinking, damn, I wish that I'd fucking taken that risk and built that fucking widget or started that business I really wanted to, because now I'm pretty much fucking out of time. You don't want to be that person. Number 13, take care of your body and eat an alkaline-based diet to balance out and neutralize the metabolic acids produced by the cells of your body as they metabolize the foods you eat. It takes 80 parts alkalinity to neutralize and balance out 20 parts acid that comes from protein, carbohydrates, sugar, meats, breads, candy, beer, pizza, mac and cheese, fried food, etc. In other words, on your plate, 80% of it you want to be those green type of vegetables like I discussed in my video, The World's Best Salad. That's like the base of everything. And anything that's acidic that you're going to put on top of that salad should be no more than 20%, looking at it volume-wise. Number 14, juice green vegetables. There's a video I did a while back called How to Make Corey's Green Juice. Drink 3 or 4 glasses of that. If you can do that for 30 days, it will change your fucking paradigm. You will feel better, you'll look better, you'll have better energy, you'll be healthier, you'll sleep less, and you'll be like, holy shit, I can feel that. That's the beauty of everything I teach. Everything I teach is stuff that I personally use and have accomplished in my own life. And so if you apply the things I teach, you will see the benefits yourself and you will feel it in your body. And that's the best sales pitch that you can get for any product or service. Because there ain't many products or services out there where you can try the things and see that they work and go, wow, this fucking guy knows what he's talking about. Number 15, read The pH Miracle by Dr. Robert O. Young. Great fucking book. That explains all of that. His work was just reconfirmed by Johns Hopkins University this past year. Number 16, get network chiropractic care. And on my website, I'll actually have links to website and resources where you can look into it. Number 17, practice, practice, practice. Repetition is the mother of skill. Excellence is not a singular act. It's a habit. You are what you do repeatedly. I say it all the time. That's why you got to figure out what you want, why you want it, something that you're passionate about and it's emotionally compelling to you, and start moving in that direction. Even if you're not sure what it is you really want to do, go where you're curious. Go work for companies. You go, that looks really cool. I'd kind of like to check that out. I'd like to see if I might like to do that. Go work as an unpaid intern or something. Get in there and try it out. That's the only way you're going to know. And then you just, when something you get tired of it, your internal enthusiasm is going for it, move in a new direction and try something else. Don't stay there just because it earns you a paycheck, because that's how you end up 20 years down the road and you fucking hate your life and you hate your job and you hate your career and you don't like yourself and the person you become. You don't want to be that person. Number 18, the more you have the freedom to spend your life in your own way, the happier and more prosperous you will be. When you're doing something you really love for a living, you're going to put the time and effort and repetition in it to become really awesome at it. And the more awesome you become at something, the better the opportunity is for you to be compensated even very highly for it. Number 19, your revenues must exceed your expenses. Don't be using credit cards and debt and all that shit to buy all the things that you want today. You got to make sure that if you're buying stuff that you're actually bringing the income in to pay your bills. At least 20% of what you take in you want to save for your ultimate retirement one day. At the bare minimum. Number 20, keep good records. If you're running a business or you have stuff that you write off on your tax return for your job, make sure you keep good records. If you're ever going to buy a house or something like that, you're going to need those kinds of things. If you're going to run your own business, you need to know how to keep good records and receipts. Don't just have all your shit thrown in a box and then just dump it on your accountant's desk every year and go, great, here's all my expenses. And you're like, what the hell is all this for? Don't do that. Be organized. That way you won't have to spend hardly any time on your taxes. Number 21, say what you mean and mean what you say. Number 22, find a way to take time to be grateful for what you have every day. Number 23, your time is limited. Don't waste a second of it living someone else's life. Number 24, read any of Tony Robbins' books or watch any of his DVDs, CDs, and other self-help products. And that goes for obviously listening to any audio versions of his books. His stuff is fantastic. Tony is like the master of quick change success. Number 25, read or listen to Steve Jobs' biography. Fucking fantastic. That man focused on being excellent and building really kick-ass fucking products. He was the embodiment of building the absolute best thing that he could build. And that's why the companies that he left behind, Apple and Pixar, are multi-billion-dollar companies. Number 26, read or listen to Marcus Luttrell's book, Lone Survivor, or see the movie, which is coming out soon. Mark Wahlberg is starring in it, by the way, one of my favorite actors. So you can learn to think like Navy SEALs think and apply their success wisdom. Number 27, like attracts like. Become the kind of person you want to attract. Number 28, work at building your confidence. Do the things that you're scared of and you're afraid of or that you're intimidated by. Whether it's asking that girl out that you've known, you've seen for a while, or going and applying for that job that you'd really like to have, but you thought, they probably wouldn't hire me. Go skydiving. Go join a gym. Go explore things that you're interested in or you're curious about. Number 29, talk to strangers. Say hello to, get used to, whenever you see somebody, you're in an elevator, in a line, say this to them. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how's your day going? Just like that. Be friendly to people wherever you go. You'll be amazed at how willing most people are to engage with you in conversation. Because what do most of us do when we get in an elevator? And nobody talks, right? Or there may be two people talking to each other in the elevator and everybody else is going. Think about it. Hey, how you guys doing? What's everybody up to? You become the alpha when you do that. You're a leader walking in and you're making your presence known. Hey, how are you? How's it going? And then people start engaging you in conversation. If you're asking the questions, what does that mean? You're now in charge of that conversation. You're a leader. That's alpha energy. If you want people to like you and respect you and let you take the lead in the interaction and to get what you want, do that. Be friendly. Talk to strangers. It's amazing how just that simple thing, if you do that every day for 30 days, just talking to everybody you see, saying hello, hey, how are you? How's it going? How's your day going? You'd be amazed. Number 30, be bold. Ask and go for what you want. You miss 100% of the pitches that you don't swing at. Number 31, plan your work and work your plan. Use proper time management and prioritize your activities in relation to their importance and their proper order of priority on your list of goals. In other words, if you got 10 goals and you got 100 things to do on your to-do list, you should put a number 1 next to everything on your to-do list that has to do with goal number 1. Goal number 1 obviously should be your most important goal to you. Number 2 should be your second most important goal to you. Number 3 on your goal list should be your third most important goal to you. And therefore, when you're trying to figure out what you should focus on your day's activities, you put a 1 next to everything that has to do with goal number 1. You put a 2 next to everything that has to do with goal number 2. And that's the order that you work on, because obviously you're not going to get 100 things to do done in a day that's on your to-do list. You might get a dozen or so of them done. But if you're focusing on only the most important things that are related to your most important goals in their order of priority, you'll be the most efficient you can be, and therefore most of the goals that you will achieve in your life quickly will be your most important goals. And the more you're creating the life that you want and achieving your most important goals, guess what? The happier you're going to be, and the greater the sense of accomplishment and success and confidence you're going to have in yourself. And the beauty of confidence is the more success you have, the more confident you become, and the more successful you become, and the more opportunities that you have, including with the opposite sex. Number 32, schedule your goals, big and small. If you have a really giant goal is breaking it down into little daily accomplishable goals. So you can get a little bit done every single day, and over the course of many years or even decades, that's how you achieve those big goals. So you stay focused, just like a Navy SEAL focus. Like when they're going through Hell Week, they're focused on the next evolution. The next evolution is what they're doing, whatever particular activity they're doing in training at that moment. They're trying to get second by second, step by step, so they can finish it. But if they think about the fact that they got 4 or 5 more days of this fucking Hell Week, that's the kind of thing that fucks with your mind and makes you want to quit and give up. But if you're only focused on the little things that you have to do right now, you won't worry about all the fucking crazy shit going on in life around you. Number 33, take action. You have to take action. Don't sit there and suffer from number 34, which is the paralysis of analysis. And that's what a lot of people do. They kind of know what they want, but they just sit there and analyze. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I do this? Should I not do this? And they go back and forth, and they never fucking get anywhere. And 6 months later, yeah, I'm going to join that gym. Yeah, I'm going to start that business. Yeah, I'm going to look into that website. And they still haven't done it. Number 35. Look for the gift and positive meaning and lesson from every challenge, setback, or failure that you experience. It's all about seeing the glass is half full. Because there's lots of shit that's going to happen in your life, and it's going to make you go, holy shit, I can't believe that just fucking happened. Oh my God, that's disconcerting. Oh my God, that scares the shit out of me. Oh my God, I can't believe that person just passed away. I was just talking to them. Stuff like that's going to happen. Oh my God, I just got dumped by my fucking girlfriend. Oh my God, my marriage just fucking ended. Oh my God, I just lost fucking $500,000 in the market. Holy shit, Batman, what am I going to do next? You got to focus on what you need to do right now in the moment to help you achieve your goals. You can't let shit that happens diminish you in any way. Number 36, model the success of other people who are already achieving the things that you want to achieve someday. In other words, you want to study what it is, whether you interview them or you go work for them, and figure it out what it is that they do day in and day out that makes them successful. What do they attribute their success to? Pick their brain. Ask for their advice. Model what they do. Take the same actions that they take, and guess what? You'll get the same results. Why reinvent the wheel when somebody else has already figured it out and you can go learn from them. That's why it's like you should definitely read Steve Jobs' biography and learn from that. That's a billionaire's most important wisdom that he can put down in a book and share with the world before he passed away. His whole life, 50-something years of his life, what he learned in one small couple 100-page book. Think about it. Think about the amount of wisdom you can gain from something like that. Number 37, eat one world's best salad every day for the next 30 days. You'll look and feel different and have more energy, and it will make you feel better. Just try it. You will feel a much better, much more amazing. Your skin will be softer, it'll be clearer, you'll need less sleep. You will feel that in your body, and you'll say, wow, this is really good to add this to my diet. I think I'm going to keep doing this. Because number 38, when it comes to success rituals and doing things on a day in and day out basis that are really helpful to you achieving ultimately what you want, which is a really fucking kick-ass life that you can be proud of and a kick-ass body that you like and makes you feel sexy in it, your ability to get to that place and accomplish something like that is your ability to institute success rituals and follow little goals day in and day out, trying to get a little bit better each day. Because if you can do something consistently for 30 days, you can do it for 6 months. If you can do something for 6 months, then you'll do it for 2 years. See, you start out by little small daily successes, eating like one world's best salad or juice and vegetables, and make sure you have some of that every single day. You do that for 30 days, and after 30 days, you'll realize how much better you feel and how much better you look, how much less sleep you need. You'll be like, holy shit, that fucking guy Corey was right about Dr. Young's work. I should really fucking check this shit out and do more of this. Do more of the things that make you feel good and help you achieve the things that you would like. So if you'd like to get my help personally with any kind of challenge that you have, either in your personal life, your business life, your career, figuring out what your purpose is, you want to know how to take better care of your body so you don't get sick, you don't get colds, you don't have problems with skin rashes, you don't have constipation problems, diarrhea, or the flu, or any of that crap, especially this time of year heading in winter where everybody's getting sick. You won't have to get all that stuff, because if your body's balanced and alkaline, those kinds of bacteria that cause you to get sick in that way, they will not be able to proliferate in your body. And you can see that stuff at the cellular level with dark field microscopy. You can literally see, when you see your living blood under a microscope and all that stuff swimming around in it, that's very fucking sobering. And you can't argue with that kind of science because it's right there in front of you. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is go to my website, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and choose phone, Skype, or email coaching, whichever option you feel is best for you, and follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.